Let's be honest, there's nothing that gets your heart racing quite like that little check engine light popping up on your dash. It's so vague, right? But today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one specific code that plagues a lot of Subaru owners, P0026.
So that light is on, and maybe your engine is idling, well, a little funny. If you've got a code reader and it's flashing P0026 at you, you're in exactly the right place. We're about to break down what your car is trying to tell you.
Okay, intake valve control solenoid circuit range/performance. That is a mouthful. Let's just translate that into plain English. Basically, your car's main computer has spotted a problem with the system that controls the intake valves on bank 1, which is just one side of your engine. Think of it like this. Those valves are how your engine breathes, and right now, it's having a little trouble.
And this probably sounds really familiar. The number one most common symptom you're going to feel from the driver's seat is just weird idling. If your car shudders or stumbles or just feels kind of off when you're stopped at a red light, yep, P0026 is a very likely suspect.
So how do we get to the bottom of this? The best way is to have a game plan. We're going to walk through this simple 4-step check. First, we'll see if there are any other codes, then we'll inspect the wiring. After that, we'll check the solenoid valve itself, and finally, we'll do a quick sweep of everything else connected to it.
All right, let's kick things off with step 1, and trust me, you do not want to skip this.
Before we get laser focused on P0026, we have to see if it brought any friends to the party. Sometimes this code isn't the real problem, it's just a symptom of something else going on. So plug in that code reader and check for any other diagnostic trouble codes or DTCs. These other codes give you crucial clues that can save you a ton of time and guesswork.
Okay, so if P0026 is the only code you see, it's time to move on and get our hands dirty. This part covers both Step 2 and Step 3, where we check the two most common physical culprits, the wiring harness and the solenoid.
What's great here is you can see our two prime suspects, side by side. On one hand, you have the wiring harness. Think of this as the nervous system, carrying signals from the engine's brain, the ECM, to the parts. On the other hand, you have the oil-switching solenoid valve, which is the actual muscle that does the work. We've got to check them both.
Let's start with the harness. You're just going to give it a really good visual inspection. Look for any wires that are frayed, any connections that look loose, or any spots that look like they've been burnt or melted. If you find anything that looks off, well, you've probably found your culprit. The only fix here is to replace it.
Now, if the wiring looks totally fine, your attention shifts to the solenoid valve. These little parts can get clogged up with gunk or just fail electronically over time. If you test it and it's not working right, there's no real way to repair it. It's a simple swap out for a new one.
So what if the harness is good and the solenoid checks out too? Don't worry, we've got one more step. It's time to take a step back and look at the whole system.
This is where you put on your detective hat. While the harness and the solenoid are the most likely issues, other things can cause this code. You could have a bad oil pressure switch, or maybe even an issue with the ECM. So you just want to give all the related parts a good once-over. If you find anything else that's cracked, worn, or just plain broken, that needs to be replaced to finally clear the code for good.
And there you go. We've walked the whole path from diagnosis to solution. So let's put it all together into one simple, clear action plan.
Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet for P0026. It breaks everything down so simply. Is the problem another code? Read it. Is it the harness? Replace it. The solenoid? Replace it. Another component? You guessed it. Replace that too. It's a perfect at-a-glance guide to get this fixed.
And this quote really gets to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? This whole process isn't just about turning off a light on your dashboard. It's about actually understanding why the light came on in the first place. Taking the time to troubleshoot properly means you fix the root cause, and that means your car will run better in the long run.
So, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. You've got the knowledge, and you've got a clear plan. The only question left is, what's the very first step you're going to take to get this sorted out?